like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. Like that. I 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 like that. Like that. I 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 like that. What's up, my people? What's up, my people? How y'all living? How y'all doing? Welcome to the Rabble. Welcome to the Rabble Wednesday night. But guess what? America After Dark with Bernard Brown taking over the Rabble tonight. Taking over to the Rabble tonight until they get him. I'm taking over. I'm taking over. Y'all come on in. Y'all come on in. It's going to be get down, get funky, get loose, get wet, get all that. Trust indeed. Yes, indeed. I want everybody to call your mama, call your daddy, call your brother, call your sister, call your uncle, call your nephew, call your grandkids, kids, call your girlfriend, boyfriend, call your boyfriend, boyfriend, call your girlfriend, girlfriend. Y'all get the point. Call everybody. That America After Dark is taking over the Rabble tonight, Wednesday. I want to welcome all y'all. I want to welcome Our Black Media Network. I want to welcome TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, everybody in the house. Okay, my people is late, but they're gonna be here in a minute. Meantime, between time, I'm taking over. Oh man, Wednesday night? You mean to tell me I'm taking over? Yep. I'm taking over Wednesday night until they show up. It's gonna be a great show. We're gonna have a good time. And whatever y'all want to ask me, I'm gonna answer the question. Okay, whatever question you want to ask me, I'm gonna tell the truth, because that's what I do. I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm gonna set you free. I'm gonna set you free because I'm gonna tell the truth. Okay, so let's get this thing started. We got Natalie will be here in a minute. We got Juju Hall will be here in a minute, and we got Sonya be here in a minute, and we may have a special guest come in at 9 o'clock. You know, so everything is gonna be funky. But I want to address a situation where everything is going crazy for as these black athletes out there. Getting in trouble, having people just railroad them. You talking about Shannon Sharp, you talking about Shannon Sharp, you talking about Shannon Sharp. Okay, that's the latest and the greatest news right now. Highly disappointed. Like I say, America After Dark is taking over the Rabble until everybody show up. And then I'll go back down to my seat. Hey, America After Dark is taking over the Rabble until they show up, and then I go back to my seat. You know what I'm saying? But the meantime, between time, I got Nelly coming in.
Look, I want to talk about Shannon too. Let's go.
Hey, I know. Hey, we go. Hey, right now we'll come back to the Rabble later. Hey, we'll come back later. Meantime, between time, we got hot off the press, juicy news. Hey, you want me to let you start it off?
Now you go ahead. You doing good. I'm listening. Go ahead.
This the problem I got is you're making millions, a top of millions, and you get yourself caught up in some mess. You know what I'm saying? And I'm be honest, I am highly disappointed in him. I know his history when he got fired for CBS, when he got fired for Fox, and to be honest, he probably gonna get fired for ESPN because his boy Shannon Sharp already done leaked it that he went to talk to the owner of ESPN about the situation, which was wrong on his part. The emails bring something like that up. He sold them out. That's why Stephen A. Smith was a sellout, a punk, and everything else. But I can't blame him. I'm blaming Shannon.
It's all Shannon. Because let me ask you this. I understand that a man who likes women is attracted to women. I understand that. But at what point, Bernard, does a 50-something-year-old man decide that a 19-year-old is someone they're gonna mess with? That is just wrong. It's just all. I don't care. I don't know. There ain't no way to slice that. That child ain't even legal enough to drink. And 50-something. And what you think? What? Why? And then on top of that, why would she want you if it other than your money?
Right.
That I mean, and a pilgrim at all. I mean, come on.
Yeah. You're right. And you know what? It's good to hear from a woman perspective. You know what I'm saying? And now it's so messy. It done got so messy that I don't think he gonna even come back from this. You know,
he's gonna come back from this. I don't think it's gonna, because he didn't from what I understand, they never actually got together, but they got a lot of text messages about getting together.
No.
They did get together.
They got together. They was in a relationship together. There was everything that a relationship can be: money, sex, drugs, all that came together. Trust me. Just like then they offer him and his attorney offer her $10 million, hush money, $10 million, and she declined. And Tony, the lawyer, the white lawyer, who trying to take everybody down, Jay-Z, right. P. Diddy, and all of them. But my thing is this: why you even put yourself in that position?
Exactly. That's the point. You know
what I'm saying?
Like, are you? Because the head here, the one that's attached to your neck with your face on the front of it.
Yeah.
That's the one you're supposed to be thinking with, especially after the age of 35. You
right.
understand what I'm saying? Like, at some point, where's your? Because I don't have tears or concern for my brother who put himself in this situation.
Yeah.
It just it's ridiculous.
Yeah. And I'll be telling people, look here. It's like this here. Just because you got money, that means it don't make you think you're above being black. You know what I'm saying? It don't make you think you being above black, and you got beside yourself now. When you brought Cat and all of them, and all hell done broke loose, what you do in the dark come to light.
Right.
And you have a history of abusing women. You have a history of what you do. You have a history of it. these people don't fire you just to fire you. You got history. See, right now, Shannon is bringing too much negativity now to ESPN. Right. And you know how Steven is. You know,
right. He's gonna act like he didn't know him.
Yeah,
he gonna forget all that brother Black Power stuff that he brought him on the show with from the Skip Bayless stuff. Now the Skip Bayless stuff, that was just pure pilgrim racism. Like that's what that was. But if you notice something, this is one thing, and I really wish I could pose this to Shannon, honestly, because Skip Bayless treated you like a plantation enslaved field Negro.
Right.
And this girl's text messages also have you as a plantation breeding Negro. Like, I think he needs some psychological or mental health counseling, because he needs to understand who he is, because he doesn't know what a Black king means. Because Black king would never allow someone to talk to him, not just like how Skip Bayless talked to him, but how this girl talked to him.
Yeah.
Text messages. Are you know, like that wouldn't even be a turn on. That's not a thing. If that's a thing for you, there's more going on. You think so less of yourself, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And the conversation, and it's like, first of all, you come on, how you got yourself in somebody recording you? How you got that mess? And then you had another mess where you accidentally
go live.
Went live on Instagram.
Right.
Dude, come on.
Right.
You messy.
It's very messy. It's very immature. Like I would expect this story to be about one of the new what are they called, the people they draft into the NFL, like maybe one of them kids, because they're young kids, dumb stuff. You know what I'm saying? You a grown man.
Yeah.
You a grown man doing this stupid foolishness.
Yeah. Yeah. And ain't learning not one bit. And with ESPN and Disney, they ain't gonna have that. They already got one Negro with Steven, and now they got him bringing the same mess. They say he was about to sign a $100 million contract off of YouTube or whoever. But all the money in the world is not going. I'd rather have a clean name than have all the money in the world.
Right.
You know.
Right. It just, he, like I said, I think he needs some counseling.
Yeah,
I really do.
Yeah, this one here, I'm very disappointed in him. I am very highly disappointed.
And how you date someone younger than your own daughters?
Yeah.
How you do that?
Yeah.
What's up, people?
Hey,
well, what's up, man? What's up, man? We about, hey, we took over. You know.
Okay.
But Nelly made a good point. Go ahead, Nelly, finish.
I was just talking about Shannon Sharpe, and I'm just trying to understand how you date somebody. Like I was telling Bernard, I think he needs some mental health counseling. I really do. I'm gonna reiterate it for if people didn't hear me the first time. I think he needs some counseling because the issue that he had with Skip Bayless and him talking to him like he was some field Negro out on the plantation, lost his mind. And now you got this girl with all these treating you like you a breeding Negro from the plantation. Like, I'm just trying to understand. Like, I think he still sees himself as that. And then my other point was how you engage with a girl who is younger than your daughters. His daughters are in their 30s. How you date someone younger than your daughter?
I don't think that's in the books. Nowhere, Natalie.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
Would you get her?
Hey.
That don't make sense.
Yeah. No, but I understand what you're saying, Nelly. I'm like this. You know, you date who you want to date. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that's you. But my thing is this: do not mess yourself up on negativity, and do not mess yourself off. You already know what you getting in. Okay, if you playing in a daycare, you gonna get a daycare, and that's what he got. He got a daycare. And one thing I'm not gonna do, I'm not gonna let nobody record me on nothing. Cause trust me, it's gonna come back. And for him to start leaking that first thing on Instagram, and then he reporting about better than Viagra, and then he got fired from Fox, got fired for CBS, about to get fired for ESPN, brought Cat Wham, opened up a can of worms that made comedy went crazy. You need to look at yourself, Shay Shay, or whatever they call you, because man, you is messy. And this is messy, you know. And then you offered a woman $10 million and they turned it down. Now she want $50 million. And her little ass, I mean, and she was a Becky. She was a Becky, Jew. I stand correct. She was a Becky. Her little butt about the size of my hand right here. Come on, Shay. Boy, you 280 pounds and she 98?
Well,
I'm just saying.
We got Shay out the way now.
Okay.
We got Shay.
Let me tell you, hold on, Jewel. Let me switch it back. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm moving. It was America After Dark. Now we switching back to the Rabble, the regular show. Continue the regular show. It's the Rabble now.
Oh Lord, you told the people it was the Rabble? I mean the regular America After Dark?
I told it was America After Dark. I'm taking over until they get here.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
So we're back to the Rabble now.
Lord have mercy.
Hey, that's why I was messy because I was there. And okay. Nelly was Jordan too. Nelly was having a ball.
Look, don't play. We can talk about it.
All right, we're gonna get our first video in. Producer.
I read this somewhere. The most important relationship you can have is with your siblings. Our parents leave too soon, and our partners come later in life. But the only person who has been there from the beginning and stays until the end is your sibling. They're the only one who has seen every version of you, your purest childhood self, your rebellious teenage years, your adult struggles, and your older, wiser self. They're the only person who will truly understand what it feels like to grieve your grandparents, your mother, and your father. Siblings are one of the most important relationships you will ever have.
And that's true.
Yeah.
Because you're close to your brothers, your sisters. They know everything about you. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it. And that's just the way it is. You are very close with those people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're absolutely right, especially if you got 13 of us. You know, that's a lot. You know what I'm saying? My thing is my sad point is when you're the only child and you lose mama and daddy. That's hard right there. You know, yeah, you have your cousins and you know all that. But you're right. When you got a lot of siblings, you got brothers and sisters, it kind of ease the pain a little bit. It won't all the way, but it ease the pain because you have each other.
Mm-hmm. Natalie.
I agree. But I don't think I think relationships though with brothers and sisters can be estranged. So
no question.
Sometimes they don't know you the best as some other folks. I know there's some folks I just grew up with, you know, maybe from high school, maybe from middle school, who probably know me, I would probably say maybe a little bit better than my sister knows me.
Yeah.
Because I kept my sister out of a lot of stuff, you know.
Right. So she won't tell on you.
Yeah. Well, not just so she won't tell me, she won't get in no trouble.
Oh, yeah, that too.
That too.
Because you was trouble.
I was.
Yeah, mostly about the trouble. You know, she wouldn't tell your secret.
I didn't have no secrets. I just didn't want her doing.
You ain't had no secret, Nally.
I was a very good girl till I got to college.
Bullshit. Oh, excuse me.
I was.
Believe that.
My first boyfriend was in college. I remember. See, I was raised in an all-white neighborhood. There was nobody dating black girls then, and I wasn't trying to date nobody else. So, no, I went to an all-white school. No, my first encounter with dating was at Hampton University.
Oh, okay. It was good.
It was fantastic.
At least you admit it. Sonya would have said no.
Yeah.
Oh, no. That was fantastic.
Where is Sandra at tonight? Bible study?
Yeah, Sonya would have said no and check the box out. Did y'all see that long poem she had on Facebook today?
I didn't see that one.
Drew, she had a long poem going in. Sonya, she went off on the black man. She went off on the black man. Now she had a long. I mean, it was long too.
Long post?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, I got to go read that.
I shared it. I had to share it, man. I was like, "You right.
Wow.
Hey, man, I guess that man told her he don't want to come back.
Let's get these tariffs out the way real quick.
Oh boy.
Trump said China pays the tariffs. Nah, that's not just wrong. It's some next level dumb shit. Here's how it actually works. Walmart buys a microwave from China. It costs them $50. But the US government adds a 40% tariff. That's $20 extra. Walmart has to pay that $20 to the US government, not China, not to the factory, straight to Uncle Sam. China already got paid when they made the microwave. They're chillin'. Now, Walmart's not just gonna lose money out of kindness. Their investors would freak the fuck out. So they raise the price. That microwave used to cost $79 in store? Now it's $99. Same product, higher price. And guess who's covering that extra cost? You, dummy. Even American-made microwaves go up. Why? Because if the import's $99, the US one can now be $94 and still look like a deal. They raise prices too. Because they can. Welcome to fucking capitalism. And it's not just microwaves. Trump's tariffs raise prices on anything with imported parts. Cans, packaging, labels, groceries, higher, toilet paper, higher, soda, higher. All that America first shit, it's fucking your bank account. Then other countries slap their own tariffs on us. So now American farmers can't sell as much overseas. Jobs get cut. Small businesses get squeezed. And the people getting hit hardest? Regular folks. You. Trump said, China pays? That's a flag-wrapped fairy tale. You got taxed. You got lied to. And you're still clapping for it? Fuck that. Do better.
He did a lot of cussing to tell us that, didn't
He did a lot of cussing on that one.
I thought that was me.
he could have taught us without
every other word.
Yeah.
Good Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
All I know is I hope I hit the Powerball tonight so I can go on Temu tomorrow and get everything I need for the
yeah. He was right, but he could have left some of the cussing out because he was delivering the right message, but he all that cussing, man. I'm like, okay, but he right, man. We in trouble. We in trouble.
But I'm saying we know that, right? Like I'm saying, it's like the pilgrims are having this awakening, like, oh, we messed up. No kidding, we told you that a long time ago, but you don't listen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, okay, we're watching the car crash. We're just standing there. We're, you know, what are we supposed to do? It's going to crash.
Yeah, yeah. And what's so crazy is, and this was going on. What's so crazy, and then I'll move on, is normally people that look like us, we'll talk about it. Well, from all myself. Now, my counterpart, my white friends, they talking about it with us. They say, he talking about he gonna make America great again. He killing us. I'm like, well,
you voted the group. You voted for it. I ain't got no join the group energy for that. You voted for it. Here you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what I'm going to sit and have a conversation with them about. So, because they don't want me to sit there and say, I told you so, I told you so, I told you so, the whole conversation. So therefore, don't even miss me with that conversation.
Yeah. It was warned, Project 25. You've been saying that for what? Almost a year and a half. And
nobody
come to light.
They're listening now.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're going to get back to one or two of those in a second. Let me show you this thing on cancer and vitamin D.
So you're saying that 90% of African Americans,
period,
their vitamin D levels are low, and that's what fights cancer.
That's what fights cancer, and I sincerely believe that the reason that we have the increased cancer rates are going up, every type of cancer, particularly colon cancer. You're seeing that. When I first started my medical practice, nobody got colon cancer. Now everybody has colon cancer. They know a family member that has it, and people are dying from it. And it's been shown in multiple clinical trials that vitamin D therapy decreases your chance of colon cancer in men and women, breast cancer in women, and prostate cancer in men. And invariably, when I have a patient that has one of those diseases, I test their vitamin D level, and you can barely register.
Get your vitamin D, people.
Yeah, I do it every morning. I use vitamin D every morning. I've been doing it for about over a year and a half now.
Well, see, I have no thyroid, so I take 50,000 milligrams of vitamin D 3 times a week. So because my levels are extremely low. It's important because without vitamin D, your body starts to act funny. And it could, from what I understand, it can even send you into, well, it helps. That deficiency can help send someone such as myself without a thyroid into a coma. If you don't, if you're that without your thyroid medicine and that, you're in trouble. I mean, it's a combination, but still.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, y'all got that vitamin D. Get that vitamin D. I don't care how you get it.
And get outside in the sun, because that's some of the best vitamin D.
So get out in the sun.
That's true. Yeah.
But Bernard gonna tell you some other ways. So
which vitamins we talking about though? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You say C and D.
Yeah. When you say D, I'll like make sure. Okay, vitamin D now.
Okay. Let me get on to this.
Right, we had the Rabble. We had the Rabble, not America.
That's right.
I'm sorry.
Right.
Keep it
They
clean.
go Bernie Sanders from 20 years ago, y'all.
Oh yeah.
Video of Bernie Sanders 21 years ago explaining how the Republicans win, even though no one likes their actual policies.
If you are the Republican leadership, and this is what your goals are to give huge tax breaks to the very richest people in this country. Your goals are ultimately to privatize Social Security so that Wall Street can make money from that. Privatize Medicare so the insurance companies can make more money. Privatize education. Do away with public schools. Now, if you had an agenda like that and you went before the American people, tax breaks for the rich, destruction of Medicare, destruction of Social Security as we know it, lowering the minimum wage or abolishing it, how many votes did you think you'd get? Not a whole lot. Maybe the richest 1% would vote for you. But that's not a lot of votes. So what do? Got a problem. You package it. How do you package it? And here's, I want you to pay attention to me. This is bad stuff. What you do is divide people up. You divide people up by races. Affirmative action becomes one issue. All them black people are getting the jobs that we white people used to have. Split people, working class, white against black. Instead of working together to create decent jobs for all. Those uppity women now, they want the right to choose. We'll split people on the abortion issue. We'll split people up on the gun issue. We'll split people up on religious issues. You follow what I'm saying? So you split people up, and then they end up, if you're...
Video of Bernie Sanders 21 years ago explaining how the Republicans win, even though no...
Yeah, and Bernie was right 21 years ago, but nobody wanted to listen to him. You have to listen to people when they're telling you stuff and think about it, you know? You have to.
Yeah. And one thing about it, when people like that, when Bernie talked, that means he already in a room with people that's already talking about it.
That's correct.
They're in the same room. He just bringing it out 21 years ago in the same room. Now look what's going on.
But it's always been that way. I mean, it's always been that way. You know, so we're talking about the lies that are told.
Ooh.
Okay? The lies. And politics is full of liars on both sides of the aisle. Okay? I'm not, we're not going to sugarcoat none of that. But some of this stuff that we're experiencing over these last 2 years, this is lies that are like, this is the lies where people are telling you things and you're looking at people who are actually listening and believing these lies, showing them proof and facts that this is a lie. Like it's right there, data, clear. And they will still believe the lie.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Go believe the lie then, because I ain't got time to hang with liars. And I ain't got time to hang with people who love liars.
This is the thing, our own purchasing power. That's what the next video is on. Our own purchasing power, knowing your purchasing power, knowing the power that you have. If you don't know the power you got, then anybody can take advantage of you. You're going to be weak. You got to know the power.
Other coaches don't stay out of our way when we're trying to do for ourselves. They get in the way. When you look at delis and corner stores, right? They don't hire no African Americans. A corner store makes $300,000 a month. They don't invest nothing in the community. You can't get no credit. You can't get no IOUs. They're making $300,000 a month in the average deli in the ghetto, not including hot food or EBT, right? We have the highest purchasing power on the planet. It's more money in the ghetto than Dubai. It's more money in Brownsville than Dubai. It's more money in the ghettos of Harlem than Dubai. It's more money in the ghettos of Detroit than Dubai. We have the highest purchasing power on the planet. We have the most disposable income, and we pour that income into every other culture, and they don't pour it back into us. They don't give loans. They don't support our businesses. They don't support our communities. They gentrify the ghetto. They like what? Like you see more police officers in black neighborhoods than white neighborhoods. If you ride through Harlem, I'm from Harlem, right? You ride through Harlem and you see police, traffic stops, they going in. You go.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Great, Bernard.
Yeah. And you know what? He right. If you go to Savannah and Subprop, okay, you got white police officer in West Savannah, okay, but you don't have them anywhere else. In Atlanta, on Cleveland Avenue, East Point, police officers that don't even look like us. You don't know our community. That's why it be so many chaos, so many fights and all that, because you put people in our neighborhood that don't know our neighborhood. You got people that gonna look like can calm down the situation. And then one thing about us, and we got a problem with this here, we'll spend our money in every place but our own place. You may have a black-owned place up the street, and then you will have a Asian or Mexican further down the street. You're going to pass me to go to them. We serving the same shit.
You're right.
Really, let's keep it real. You serving the same shit. Ain't nothing different. It's just cook at a different time.
But people,
that's our problem, man. We always don't want to support us, but we get mad when somebody get clunked across the head, and then all of a sudden it's a problem. No, it's a problem because at the end of the day, we giving other people economic and not giving ourselves economic, and it has always been that way.
Well, it hasn't always been that way.
It haven't,
but not always. But they beat it out of us. They hung it out of us. They abused it out of us, understanding that, you know, that's where you get that whole ideology of their ice is colder. Mm-hmm. You know, it's the same thought. But there's a lot of plantation-minded folk in our community who still think they ice is colder. Mm-hmm. Who will definitely go past our store every single time to go to their store because their ice is colder. It's a psychological thing that happened over the years, you know, years and years of being that lie being beat into our head that they're better than us, you know, that some people have put it into their DNA. It's into their makeup to bow down. You understand? Some people have that. Unfortunately, it's a sad thing to see, but I've seen it over these last 10 years or so badly that I'm just like, what would Harriet be doing right now? Harriet Tubman would be losing her looking at Savannah City Council. What?
Yeah. Trust. But you know what? I'm at a point, man, it's like, you know, we can blame everybody else for our situation but ourselves.
The blame rests with us.
Ourselves. Huh?
I'm not blaming them. I'm not blaming somebody else.
Nobody.
I'm just saying, you know, that's just the reality of it. There's people who don't think that they're worth that. They think they're worth crumbs. You get some folks who ask for crumbs and satisfied for crumbs because they think that's all they should get is crumbs.
Okay. All right. Well, we just need it's a wake-up call. It's a wake-up call, man. We've been going around blaming everybody but ourselves. I can't blame nobody if I can't pay my light bill. Shit, I need to get my ass and find another job so I can pay that light bill. I ain't bringing on Becky or Sam or Choo Choo or anybody like that. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
Yeah, got to know your purchasing power. You got to be able to say at some point, we sitting back and watching, but you just don't supposed to sit back and watch. You got to sit back and plan. You got to sit back and understand what the next step is for when it get worse. And that's what we're not doing. We're watching. and that what I just need to be a part of something that's moving forward. If it's not moving and fluid, I can't be with it. You jump off every time.
Julius, let me add to our purchasing power. Yes. But guess what? We also have the power of the workforce. We have the power of our labor. Understand that I don't understand how we live so far beneath that power. You understand? If people in Savannah really wanted to shut it down, then don't go to work St. Patrick's Day.
Not only that, Natalie, you got the vote also. If you go out and vote like responsible people should and stop being complacent and lazy, then you can get a lot done. You can change things with your vote. You can change things economically. You can change things with unity. Those are 3 ways we can change things overnight. We just don't do it.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's conversations that we need to have, and we bring it here on this platform every time to you raw. So. All right.
Now, catch this. Classism, colonialism, classism, racism was just the same then as it is now. And now you see colonialism is when a very few people own and control everybody's destinies. The reason Elon Musk could not be elected is so he doesn't have to follow the rules. So he can make money from the government while he's doing what he's doing. Because it's about enriching the plantation owner. Classism and racism and colonialism works together, and underneath that is corporatism. Which is why you've got these corporations that are against DEI, and they've now got legal backing for not hiring you and firing you at will because there's no EEOC. So they're deporting our brown brothers and sisters. Why? Because they want them out so you can go back to working in the field. You're not understanding. Corporatism is about making sure that our economics don't work in our community, because if you don't have legitimate jobs, you still got to survive. Survival means now you are forced to steal. Prison is a colonial empire of America controlling black bodies and making profits for American-owned corporations.
Correct. 100%, 1000% true.
Yeah. True. It don't
preaching. They preaching tonight.
Yeah. All of them, man. Boy, you on the road. You on the road.
They're preaching tonight. You know, we just got to understand it.
Yeah. And what's so crazy about it is that they're preaching at the right time. At the right time. You know, if not, you're gonna get left behind. Like you said, Drew, you gotta get a game plan. You know,
you gotta have a game plan. You ain't got no game plan.
You in trouble.
Yeah.
All
right. And you know what we do here is just educating. You know, you got to educate. You got to. You know, you got to. We got a lot of stuff tonight, so I'm glad y'all short tonight. Y'all ain't long. We got a lot of stuff. I don't know where Sandra at.
I told you where she at, man. Yeah, she trying to find love in all the wrong places.
There we go.
This is sad, but it's true. Most of us don't know how to read the room. And when I talk about reading the room, I mean we don't know how to discern the folk that are around us, folk that's in our space. And consequently, we keep getting our hearts broken and our feelings hurt because we find out that people are pretenders and imposters. We find out that everybody that is in our face is not necessarily in our corner. We find out that smiling faces tell lies. One of the ways you need to read the room is you need to see how people handle your wins. Always be mindful of people who are loud on your losses but silent on your successes, because what you're dealing with is a hater in disguise. You're dealing with an imposter who is not around you for the purpose of supporting you, but rather for the purpose of undermining you. And if we're not careful, we will give our best spaces to the worst people. If we're not careful, we will allow people to occupy seats they're not qualified for. And this is the truth, y'all. Fake friends are more dangerous than real enemies.
Wait. Fake friends are more dangerous than real enemies.
That's facts.
Yeah.
That's facts. You know, you got a fake friend that don't care nothing about you, and he right there under you all the time, or she right there, and she ain't got your best interest.
Yeah.
And he ain't got your best interest. And they're fake friends, and they can hurt you because they know everything inside.
Yeah.
But those ones from the outside, you know who they are. Real enemies. You can watch them. Them fake friends.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Stab you in the back.
There you go. Like that movie, Sleeping with the Enemy. Sleeping with the Enemy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You ride here snoring and you see that shadow on you already plotting. Already.
I thought we wasn't talking about Shannon Sharp no more.
Oh, that's a good one. Right, I know. Already plotting on you. Come on, man. Sleeping with the enemy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't be doing that. You know, they always say keep your enemy close. Man. Yeah.
Sounds telling me she in Bible study. That's a long Bible study.
Look, I was just about to say she must be in prayer.
She
Well,
must
they're
have
out
been
behind us though.
She must have been Charlie Brown. And everybody want to be a pastor. Everybody want to run the church when they got issues. What about you know, before you get to no issues? You know? Hey.
Y'all be grateful. Got to know when to be grateful too, man.
The billionaire in a private jet misses the old days. The millionaire in first class dreams of owning a jet. The businessman in a sports car wants to be a millionaire. The employee in an old car wishes for a sports car. The unemployed cyclist just wants a job and a car. The pedestrian wishes he had a bike. And then there's the paralyzed man who would give anything just to walk again. The terminally ill, whose only wish is to be healthy. You see, there's always another level, another thing to chase, another, if only, standing between you and happiness. But if you never learn to appreciate what you have, you'll spend your whole life chasing what's next, never realizing that someone else is dreaming of the life you already have. Happiness isn't in getting more, it's in learning to be grateful for what's already yours.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah,
gratitude is key.
Yeah. What is happiness? What is happiness?
It should be different. It should have a different definition for all each one of us. Everyone has their own definition of happiness. It doesn't not a uniform thing across the board.
Yeah. If you got to bring somebody in your life to make you happy, then you got a problem. Only thing, I'm not gonna bring nobody in my life. You know, I'm already happy. I mean, you can come in life, we get happy together. I'm already happy. Only person I'm gonna bring in my life probably ain't happy is that damn dog, and I just got him, and we gonna get happy together. I don't need nobody to make me happy. I don't need nobody to make love to me. I make love to myself. Oh, sorry, wrong show. I'm sorry.
But you know, you know, things don't make you happy either.
Right.
You know, it's one of these things where things like people get caught up in the thing and forget about, normally it's not the thing that's making them happy, it's the action that made them happy. So like, for example, if you get your kid a present, you know, yeah, they're happy they got this present, yes, that particular item, but the fact that you gave it to them, you know, is where the gratitude comes in. That's where the gratefulness and the thankfulness comes in. Is, you know, you thought enough of me to give this to me. You know, because that piece, that item doesn't mean nothing. The car, the house, it don't mean nothing if you don't have nobody to share it with.
Yeah.
That's right.
Absolutely. It's crazy. And Jews always mess with me, like I cry in a minute. And I'm at teacher parents conference this week. And I'm telling you, every parent that I was in there and we was talking, I was crying. I got emotional. And they were talking about somebody, and I was like, y'all talking about me? I mean, y'all give me all these good praise. Shit, I turn around and look. I didn't know who they were talking about. I stand every meeting. I swear for God, true story. Every one I left, I went to the bathroom and wiped my eyes and came back. You know, and there was black, white, different. It was like when you touch kids' lives, and I didn't realize this, when you touch kids' lives and they go home and tell their parents and talk to their parents, man, it is totally unbelievable. And that's why I'm sitting with my suit on, man. I'm on cloud 9 because I'm like, damn, I didn't know I had that much impact. And trust me, I didn't. I was totally surprised. I'm still crying. Because one thing about kids gonna tell the truth. They whatever come out their mouth is real. So, like I said, man, we live for our kids to make it better for their generation. It's not about us no more. It ain't. I'm just hoping every day I live to see the next day.
That's right. That is absolutely correct. We're gonna take a small break and we'll be right back.
Hello world, we're here serving Savannah, Atlanta, Jacksonville, Brooklyn, Houston, Philadelphia, Los Angeles, and the world. The best music all the time. The greatest songs ever made, every time. Tune in to Hot 2100 Savannah and get a taste for your ears. Hot 2100 Savannah, serving Savannah and the world.
Need your garments cleaned with care and with a professional touch? Then bring them to One Price Cleaners in Garden City at the Old Farmers Market on Highway 80. Service you can count on.
All right. We back.
Yes, sir.
We're going to go straight to our joke of the week.
Oh, boy.
So I got a calendar invite from HR after today's business meeting, and I'm pretty sure it's because they were doing this team build thing where they ask us to say a joke, and they're like, oh, keep it PG-13, and I volunteered to say the first joke, and I said, it's PG-13, but it's about the human body. They're like, oh, we're all adults, we can handle it. I'm like, okay, perfect. So all of the parts of the body got together to decide who should be in charge. The brain, being the brain, was like, listen, I'm in control of all of you. I should be in charge. The feet chime in. They're like, no, we should be in charge because we do all the heavy. We literally carry all of you. So we are in charge. The asshole chimes in and he's like, listen, without me, you can't get rid of none of the shit that we don't need no more. And the brain's like, hold up, guys, hold up. Feet, you can't move unless I say you move. You wouldn't even know how to put one foot in front of the other. And asshole, all you do is open and close. You don't even know how this shit gets made. You have nothing to say here. The feet agreed. The asshole took it personally, though, and he decided to go on strike and stop working. For 3 days, that asshole did not open. And you know what happened? That whole body got filled with shit. So they had to have an emergency meeting, and they all got together, and they were like, brain, please, let this asshole be in charge. Like, we're all gonna die unless this asshole's in charge. And the brain's like, okay, asshole, you can be in charge. Moral of the story is sometimes there's an asshole in charge. It's not necessarily because he's the smartest one of the group. No, he's just an asshole. And sometimes assholes are in places of power. Thinking about it, maybe saying that to all the supervisors wasn't the best course of action, but it is just a joke, it's kind of funny. I don't know why people are so fucking sensitive nowadays. Maybe you're an asshole.
Shit, Donald Trump, asshole.
People are so sensitive these days.
There's a whole bunch of them in the cabinet.
There's a lot of assholes, trust me.
Boy, I tell you. Boy, I tell you. Yeah. All right, we're gonna go to Bernard's favorite person. Bernard, I know you have a whole lot of well, let's hear the brother out.
They said we got to make sure we don't get another Dr. King.
Right.
They said, how did Dr. King manage to pull this off without us financing it?
Right.
They said independent black businesses financed the civil rights movement. White man said, yeah. They said, yes. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to go into the ghetto and we're going to crush the independent black businesses. How you going to do that? Two things. Number one, we're going to go into their high schools. We're going to go into Chattanooga. We're going to go to Memphis. We're going to go to Nashville. We're going to go to Knoxville. Right. And guess what we're going to do? We're going to go into every black high school and take out all the building trades. We're going to make sure they cannot be taught how to use their hands to feed their family ever again. They took out auto shop. They took out the electric program. They took out plumbing. They took out welding. They took out HVAC. This is what they did. This is what they did. This is the beginning of the war between the black woman and the black man. They made the black man economically irrelevant to the black woman's life. They said, this is how we going to kill black power. We're going to set the family against each other. If we can set the black woman against the black man, he won't have time to fight us because he got to fight his own woman.
That's fact.
So they went into the high schools and took out all the building trades. Think about it. Before 1980, the black community was never about going to college to take care of our family because we wasn't allowed in the colleges.
Right.
So they would change this. So while they taking away our economics by making sure our boys ain't learning the skills that pay the bills, making sure our boys no longer learn the skills that pay the bills, they started this college education propaganda. Go to college. America is integrated now. You can go to Harvard and Stanford and Yale, and we sent our kids $100,000 loans. Go. Failing to realize that even though they got that degree, who gonna give them a job?
Right.
It was a trap.
Right.
It was a trap.
Right.
So then 1970, they economically decimated us, and then they took all the factories out the black community. You go to most northern and midwestern cities, Detroit, Chicago, Philadelphia, Baltimore, you see old factories.
Yeah.
That's where we used to work.
Yeah.
Good jobs, made more then than we make now with college degrees. They got rid of all of them.
Yeah.
That was the 1970s, but they wasn't done.
Hey, when he speak the truth, Bernard.
That's all facts. That's all facts.
Yeah. And
go ahead.
Go ahead.
And you're right. That was flat out the truth. I don't. There's some certain things he say I have a problem with. Certain things he don't say I don't have a problem. It's calling what day it is. You know what I'm saying? But man, he eating up every damn. That's see where all the money going at when he trying to get these schools. He eating up something, innit?
No, that's an old.
Oh, that's an old one.
Oh, that was before he had the beard and all that.
Oh, okay. But hey, Cheryl A. Ramsey, hi, thank you, I appreciate it. But no, certain things he say, I agree. And certain things, it's just like anything else. Sometimes you agree, sometimes you don't.
I think he hit the nail on the head, but he also was hitting the nail on the head because it is a racism issue, but it's also a classism issue. And to maintain people or the classes where they want them to be. Because like I said earlier, I was raised in an all-white community, but I was the last. I graduated high school in 89, but I don't remember. I know my brother did not have home ec. He did not have metal wood shop. I had those classes. I graduated in 89. I was the last, I think, of those who got to take those different classes. We had cooking class. We had home ec. We had, like I said, metal shop, metal carpentry. We had to do all of those, but they took it out of that school too. They want people to, it's very good. It's going to be very interesting if they think that we're actually going to go and work in these factories that Trump thinks we're about to do. I promise you, I promise you. I promise you.
Trump said you ain't going to the factory. Now I don't know why you trying to hold back. Trump said you're going to the factory. He ain't trying to hear it.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
Tell him to come tell me to my face.
Man, please. That's the last place I'll be in some factory. Hey, it could be.
I ain't gonna be in no factory. I ain't gonna be on no field.
I ain't doing none of that. None of it.
I might be on one of them boats sailing to another country.
All right, y'all two badasses. All right.
Shit, man, please.
Ain't nothing say what he gonna do to y'all, man.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, yeah. Hey, we got a plane too. Hey,
Man,
we got a plane.
Man say you going in the field.
I promise you, I'm not going in the field. I promise you that.
Yeah. Hey, if I'm going to the field, he damn sure going with me.
Hey, Deidre. Deidre and Diane, they're always here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be real interesting the next few weeks. The stock market going up and down, up and down, up and down. People losing their whole savings account, their whole retirement accounts that's tied to the stock market, and it's just terrible.
Yeah.
That was Umar giving you a good message, but listen to what Jesse said so many years ago.
I don't know who it was interviewing Jesse Jackson, and they was asking like some questions about like black superiority or inferiority, and they was like, man, but you all excel in sports such and such, and I think the interview expected him to talk about some like DNA genealogy type of shit, and Jesse said the most raw shit I ever heard. Jesse said every time you step on the basketball court, the rims is 10 feet high. Every time you step on the basketball court, the court is 90 feet long. Every time you step on the football field, it's 100 yards. Right? The rules is flat out in public. That's the only place where the rules is in public. So you can't change.
It's only so much you can cheat me.
It's only so much you can cheat me. Anytime the rules is in public, we fucking you up.
Yeah.
True.
Facts. Look.
Yeah.
Let me. I'm feeling that.
Yeah. You feel it? Hey, I know it. Hey. There you go.
Yes,
oh Lord, that guy got her a folding chair right now.
I'm ready for Fade in the Water Day this August.
You ready?
I'm ready. Fade in the Water, I'm ready.
Okay, I like the little cut you got going on. What?
Girl?
Hey, you have to come on AAD in a minute.
You don't want home America at the dog.
Hey, so we can really get funky.
Y'all ain't ready.
Yeah, we is.
We ain't got a whole lot. We got stuff we're gonna talk about, but we ain't got a whole lot of videos. We're gonna be talking about. We're gonna go back to these superstars like Shannon. That'll be the last thing that we do tonight. But it's some stuff we got.
Did you hear about Kanye?
What Kanye did? Oh, we'll discuss that tonight too, then.
Okay.
Because we ain't got a lot. We got about 5 more videos, and we're gonna discuss Kanye.
Okay.
The main video though, y'all don't want to see it.
Got you stuttering.
It's for Bernard. I was waiting on Sandra to get out of the Bible study so she could have came and commented on it. But now you ain't cheated and watched it, did you?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. Here's America So Sick.
America is so sick that it elected a president with 34 felonies, but brothers who come home from jail can't get an apartment. America is so sick that Bruce Jenner, who won the decathlon in 1980, transitioned into a woman named Caitlyn, killed a woman with his car, and 4 months later was named Woman of the Year. America is sick. America is sick because they did not mind electing a narcissistic sociopath when they had the option to elect a qualified black woman and then think black women gonna come out and march with y'all March 4th. I wish we would. America is so sick, they are now trying to shut down the African American Museum at the Smithsonian because it makes them feel uncomfortable. How you think we feel watching everybody else get reparations? How you think it makes us feel still being judged by the color of our skin rather than the content of our character? How you think it makes us feel?
And I like Jamal because Jamal is bringing the message, and he ain't afraid, and he's doing it every day. And I understand some of the preachers, it's about money, and they don't have time to help nobody because they're all thinking about how much money they can get. I understand that. I do. I understand it. But at some point in your life, you got to say, I'm laying it down. I got to fight for the people. I got to educate my flock. This congregation has to understand that we have power. If we got enough power to take up the extra tithes and lock the doors and don't let nobody out till they pay some extra tithes, and so we can get the new church van. Just imagine what you can do with all these churches together with our own credit union. Imagine what they can do together with our own bank. Our own grocery stores, our own, everybody can come to it, but we don't own nothing. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell me about the guy on the corner over there that owns this. No, that's just one. I'm talking about as a whole, we need to be doing more, and we have not planned. We were content and complacent and comfortable for the last 50 years. We've been content, complacent, and comfortable. Those three C's are killing us. And we have to be able to say enough to ourselves. We have to be able to say that to ourselves.
Yeah. When this right here. When a black man speak the truth, he's angry. He's angry. It's not angry about us. We're just speaking the truth. Y'all just don't want to listen because y'all already leaving us like, he's this, he's radical. No. And I be telling them, stop listening to the cussing and listening to the words that's coming out my mouth that's telling you the truth. I love everybody. I just don't F with everybody. That's just the bottom line. I'm going to tell it like it is. That preacher, he's going to tell it like it is. You got a lot of us telling it like it is, but at the end of the day, behind our back, they're throwing us under the bus. Period. You can't throw me under the bus because I own my own goddamn bus. 3755, that's my bus. Trust me. And anytime I get a flat tire, I handle it. Just don't come in here. Just don't come in here. Trust me. That's all I'm saying.
We got to do something. Natalie, you hear me talk about it all the time. We just ain't united. We got to be. And
I am looking for those people.
Yeah.
I am looking for the flock, the remnant, those folk. Where if they listening, call me 912-657-6873. Call me. I am not playing.
Well, we got a men's group that we just started. Me and some brothers who I just met. Over the last year that I've met these guys, and we're starting a group now to try to put our resources together so that we can build. Because we understand and we can see what's happening. We got to get away from, man, I don't trust that dude there, man. He might steal the money. Well, those are the old days. When those things happened, they made sure that everybody knew so that you could not trust each other. And they broke that trust. They, like Omar said, They went in and they did a job on us. You know what I'm saying? And we passed that down year after year after year. And we don't trust each other right now today. And it's stuff that we can build together, stuff that we can do together. We just don't do it.
Well, we're gonna have to, because we're about to be in a situation where it's gonna come down to you can't go buy what you need. You can't go get what you need. So you're gonna have to turn to your neighbor. You understand? Neighbor, it's possible that I could borrow, some rice. Like, and this is the crazy part. And I'm gonna say this because I'm guilty as I'm gonna say this. I don't have to even own land to be growing my own food right now. I literally could go to Promised Land Farm and get me a row and learn how to grow something.
That's correct.
So to be honest, if we're gonna be honest, let's be all the way honest.
Yeah.
You understand? There's things that we could be doing right now that we're not doing. That we need to do, because woulda, shoulda, coulda don't mean nothing when there ain't nothing to cook.
That's correct.
And I'm, people keep talking about the food scarcity and things, but see, if one thing you have to remember is Pilgrims will tell on themselves, not just lay out Project 2025 in front of us, but they'll tell on themselves. They've been telling on themselves for a long time, because I remember, 2010, 11, 12, when that big going to live off grid was a thing. Why do you think they did that? Them people right now is living off grid lovely. They've had years to get it right, to get their water system right, to get their solar system right, to get their gardens growing correctly. They off grid now. They good. They gonna be good.
Well, Natalie, I wanted to let you know that Jamar is about to come on, and you can certainly go out there and take my place in the field with him, because he has a spot for me, and you could go out there and take my spot. I got some boots in my truck that you could get also. No. They should fit your feet, and you can go out there.
Hire me someone to go out in the field. I'm gonna hire me someone to go out in the field, because it was in my DNA. We was in the house, so I'm going to,
you was in the house.
I was in the house.
Jamal, you ready? Jamal, are you ready?
Hey, you was in the house.
I was in the house.
Yeah, I was in the house
ready
too.
Now? I got you on there, so you must be ready.
No, I'm not ready. That's why I intentionally came on. That's why I just sat in the back.
Well, the segment that you were supposed to come on for, I was to warn you. See, remember Bernard went to the club, right? To Club 21.
Right.
I went to Club 21, and he was out in there eating the chicken wing, and you and I walked in, and then you told Bernard, say, well, who's that girl? Bernard said, well, she's just a friend. She's single, and you had got her number, but you ain't never called her. I don't know whether Bernard called her again or not, but you told me you ain't never called her. But I think her name was Chrissy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I just wanted to show y'all Chrissy from Club 21.
21. Jamal.
But he had told me that he thought Bernard was sexy. And he had said, you know, I would have hit on Julius, but I saw he had a ring on his finger. That was what he said to me. So I was like, oh, okay. I said, to each his own. I said, I have sons and daughters, you know, who do all that. So I said, it's all cool. So I was like, yeah. I said, I'm not gonna give you Bernard's number because he has a girlfriend that will get violent with him. So I look out for all y'all.
Hey. So the bottom line is this, Jew. How Jamal know all that if he didn't call him?
He must have called. I don't think it's the same thing. Must he hit him up on? Oh, well, he must have hit. Chris must be hitting him up on. Chrissy must have hit him up on Instagram. But look at Chris. Chris is gonna go in the club fooling people.
Yeah, and it's like that. Yeah. Look at Dwight Howard. Yeah.
Chris is going in the club fooling people. Why you hiding, Natalie?
Hey.
He said, "Look at Dwight Howard." I had to
trust me. You go to the bathroom. Kristen going with you. You standing there and be like, damn.
Yeah, I just wanted to put that public service announcement out there because
here, Jamal. You want to borrow it? You want to borrow this? Here, Jamal. You can borrow this.
Hey,
you saying that, but you know, there's another side to this too. The transsexuals, the one who go through the surgery, who go through all of that, and so people, folks get upset about when they find out, like, okay, wait a minute, this is a man that's dressing like and looking like a woman, but then later on find out that, hey, this once was a man. And now they've had the surgery, so it's like, what? All those dynamics, yeah. And you're not having a conversation with somebody, and that person that finds out, or because I'm just saying, now I'm just going to use for example, because we all know how Julius was back in the day, and then all of a sudden Julius find out that one of the girlfriends that he wrote about in the book really was Bob Belinsky, what's going to be Julius' reaction with regard to this? No, that's Bob Belinsky. Bertino's Bob Belinsky.
Man, hey,
but you be like, wait a minute, she had everything, but like, yeah, because she went through this procedure.
Yeah, man, it's getting crazy, man. You don't know who's who.
Yeah,
you
don't.
I don't know what's wrong with these men. I mean, especially black men, man. I don't know what these women done did enough to turn them into whatever they turn them into. But
why gotta be black women turn them into it?
Shit, black, but y'all some strong. Y'all will turn a real man into shit, just like you just seen. Y'all something else, Natalie. Y'all powerful. Y'all got something down there.
Y'all ain't putting that on me. No, sir.
Man, y'all got something down there make a man lose his damn mind.
Obviously not. Not enough. Not when he want to get.
They call it that little patch of hair.
Hey. They got the black man going crazy. They got the white man telling their wife, "Hey, baby, I ain't coming home no more."
That was my friend in Atlanta, in Daytona Beach. I always called. He said, "Man, they're crazy. That little patch of hair." James say, Charles Barkley said, "Let me put my glasses on so I can see if I can get a F about what people say about me."
Man.
Love it.
Well,
let me get these comments out the way. Then we got a couple of more videos. Jamal, if you could stay a little while.
Well, you ain't got nothing else to do.
You don't have to have a response to everything people say about you, because there's a lot of losers out there. Charles is blunt, man. Charles is real blunt.
Charles tell it like it is, boy.
That's what I tell people all the time. I don't care what you say about me.
Nothing.
Especially you ain't helping me pay my car note. You ain't helping me pay my house note. You ain't helping me pay no bills. Just have your opinion. You entitled to it. Just stay over there in that corner over there. That's what it's all about.
That's why I don't care about nothing. That man, hey man, whatever told Jesus, I don't care what that man told you, Jamal. I don't care, man. You got his number. Okay, you having dinner with him.
He said you were sexy. He said, I like
with that beard.
Oh no. Stick it out, Bernard. Stick it out. Stick it out. That's what he said he had like. Stick it out, Bernard.
Oh Lord.
That tongue. Cause he said he suck on toes too. Maybe he said that time he can suck on my toes too.
This is America. This is America at the dog, Jamal.
Huh? Hey, Drew, come on now. It started off like that, Drew. We started off like that.
Yeah, I heard.
Jamal, don't call me Bernard, man.
We're gonna get to
America.
We got
America.
We got two subjects we're gonna get to in a minute, Jamal. Natalie wanted you on it so she could. Natalie got a subject with Kanye, and then we're gonna touch briefly on the message to these athletes once you start getting money, and then the former athletes once they start putting themselves in. You got vultures out there, and we're gonna give a message to these vultures. So let's get these last three videos out the way.
I do think that it is manly in the way that, like, my dad would try to fix the sink, and he's not a plumber.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So, like, we own the tools, because you can buy tools.
Yes.
Don't just let anybody have the tools. They don't ask you if you're going to tear up your house at all. They'll let you buy the hammer, the screwdriver. They'll let you buy, like, the
hatchet.
And so then you bring it home, and in your head as a man, you're like, I have the tools. So if anything happens, I'm at least halfway there. Never mind the other half is like knowledge. And so then there's like a leaky faucet, and so you get under the sink, you move all the Lysol, all the stuff out of the way, and then you're under there, and it's very uncomfortable. You're like, wow, I can't believe that there are people that do this without complaining. And then the way that thought process goes of, like, I'm a man is supposed to fix these things. I have the tools are right here.
Right.
You know, a tariff is a tool. It's not as if tariffs were invented this past week or anything.
No.
And obviously, when Trump was running, he was running on strength. You saw dudes that were voting for Trump talk about how we need strength right now and everything. He's a man. He has a tool. Let's just fix the thing. And the only thing he's missing is knowledge on how the thing works.
Right.
And that does mean that the house we're in is going to leak very badly for a long time.
He made perfect sense. Perfect sense. There's a man thinking he know what he's doing, but he don't have an idea, but he got the tools.
Is it though?
He got the tools. We got the people around him. The tools, whether they fit the socket or not, he got some tools.
Well, I guess biologically he's a man.
Well, yeah. Like that thing.
From what we've been told, but
like that thing.
The only man that I see in government right now is in Burkina Faso.
That's a man.
That's a man. If you want to talk to me about a man, that's the only man I see right now who is a proper leader anywhere. Look, I'm straight up. I'm trying to figure out how to support him from here. I'm trying to figure out what I can do from here to support that man over there. That is some of the most beautiful words and the little video shorts that I have seen have come from, I think it's Ibrahim Traoré. I'm not saying his name correctly. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but His Excellency, that's the man. You want a definition of what a man is? That's a man. That right there.
And so, but now you have General Michael Langley of the Marine Corps, a black man, who says Traore is a threat to his people, Burkina Faso. So,
well, he probably needs to call his cousin Van and figure out how they got together, Van or Clarence or whatever other Sambo Negro that is.
Let me go and put this on out here right now, and this is what we should be clear talking about. General Michael Langley went before Congress and stated that, hey, this man is a threat to his own people. They're setting the stage now because they already had thwarted one recent assassination attempt, that they are now going to set the stage to now have him killed. What are we going to do before that? What are we going to say? Because I'm not hearing, people are doing hashtag hands off Burkina Faso, but we need to be now hitting congressmen, hitting other people saying, hey, wait a minute. This is not what we want to see, and that you all want corrupt leaders in Africa, because that builds your narrative that you're putting out there. So again, but how many of us are out there now going to address and putting it out there, letting that be known? So yeah.
Well, the Trump administration shouldn't be saying anything because they're doing he kicked all the French out.
Well, you
heard he said y'all have been exploiting us for years, hundreds of years. Y'all have been exploiting us.
But you heard what he did to Trump.
Go. Huh?
You heard what he told Trump just recently.
He
told Trump, he said, keep on. Russia will come here and they are welcome to put their nuclear weapons here if they would like to. Trump has shut up.
Mm-hmm.
Don't play. Don't play. This man is playing chess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a bad boy. I love him because he stands.
I love him. I pray for him tonight.
He stands on what he says, and he's for the people. And I don't care, if you care about your people, that is your first duty, is to care about the people when you're a leader. Not care about yourself, not worrying about what you can get out of it. You must care about what you can get for the people. That's why I tell everybody about my wife. She only cares about what she can get for the students. She told them on the other day in that meeting, we ain't got to worry about the parents coming here to protest. The parents sent us here. They voted us to be here. So we got to put the protests up. We got to do what's right for these kids. Those parents sent us here. And she was so right. That's why I tell everybody, you can run all you want. If you beat her, you need to make national news.
Imagine if we took our buying power just for one day, since we spent how much at Target in one day? Just imagine if we spent one day our buying power and sent it all to Burkina Faso. What if we just said Target is Burkina Faso for one day? Us, just us. Just us.
Yeah, that's right. You're absolutely right, James. That's a real man. That's what a real man will do. Real man, a real leader is going to find out how he can raise people up, not how he can raise himself up. The people already put him there. You can do so much better by just do what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. And it's a lot of them out there that don't know, they don't even know how to spell leader. At the end of the day.
All right.
Let's talk about how Christians love to say you have to be married before you live with or sleep with someone. And if you're not, they pull out that one word, fornication. But here's the thing. That idea didn't come from God. It came from European systems of control, not African spirituality, not ancestral wisdom. Let me explain. 1. Fornication. 'Tis Latin legal term. The word fornication comes from the Latin word fornix, meaning arch or brothel. In Roman times, sex outside of marriage was criminalized not for morality, but for legal ownership and inheritance. Translation: women were property, and marriage was a contract between men. So when you read fornication in your English Bible, you're not quoting God, you're quoting Roman law. Chod somintu. Marriage in the Bible, not what you think. Marriage in the Bible wasn't walking down the aisle in a white dress. It was arranged by parents, involved payment, a bride price, or dowry. Often included multiple wives, sometimes included slaves and concubines. So if you're quoting the Bible to define modern love, you're already off track. 3. Before Christianity, our ancestors had balance, not control. In pre-colonial African cultures, union was based on community recognition, not paperwork. Sexuality was seen as natural, not sinful. The concept of sin didn't exist like it does now. Energy, harmony, and responsibility did. Families were built on village values, not until death do us part contracts. Nobody was fornicating because nobody was judging intimacy through a European lens. 4. Christianity made sex a sin and marriage a cage. Once colonizers brought Christianity, they shamed sex, elevated virginity, criminalized natural unions, and used marriage to police behavior, especially for women. The church didn't care about your soul. They cared about property rights, patriarchal order, and submission. Final thought. When Christians say, you need to be married before you move in with a man, what they really mean is, you need to follow a system that came from slavery, patriarchy, and Roman law, not spirit, not truth, not freedom. Your ancestors didn't need a license to love. They needed respect, balance, and community. So let's stop calling it fornication and start calling it what it is, a colonized mindset wrapped in a Bible verse.
Yep. Jamal?
Well, I'll share this with you. This is back in the 90s. I'm down on River Street. It was one of the festivals going on. And so this brother, I asked the brother, I said some things to him. I said, basically, you married? He said, I have 10 women under my personal, physical, and spiritual jurisdiction. I said, you are my hero. You are my hero. And so what I told folks that I just want to have three, I don't have 4. I can have 4, but I just want to have 3. I'm down with just having 3. That's all. I'm just down with having 3, because I love them. But now with that, though, each one has to be treated equally. And so, if one has a house, the other one has to have a house. So I'm down with that. And so, but I have no problem with a woman, wanting to understand that I'm hers, but I can be with my girlfriend's mother also. See, that's what I'm trying to work on right now. Working on my girlfriend and her mother with regards to that. So,
yeah. You sound like, and Umar Johnson got 7. He got 7 wives. Man, I don't know. Right about now, man, just give me one good, funky, messy, wet woman, and I'll be all right. I can't handle all of them. I got to get up too early in the morning.
I thought this wasn't America After Dark.
You the one started it, man. Hey, why I get that one that got blow my head off and go to sleep for the rest of the night.
and don't talk about no palandry. So no, she can't have more than one husband. So I know what Natalie won't go to more than one husband, because some people do that. I ain't having no more than one husband. That's mine. That belongs to me.
Shit, Natalie a lot of woman, boy. You go, hey.
And so that way they gonna have more than one husband. That woman has more than one husband.
Ain't gonna take more than one man, but Natalie, boy.
Let me say this. I'm gonna give y'all a tidbit of information. Y'all heard the slogan, Virginia is for lovers.
Yep.
Oh.
You heard that, right?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
That was their slogan since 1969. Okay? Virginia is for lovers. Please understand that the state of Virginia, to this day, fornication is a class 4 misdemeanor on the books to this day, right now. Go to Virginia and don't be married. They can put your tail in jail.
It's in Georgia too.
It didn't say Georgia. It didn't say Georgia is that it's on the books. It's a class 4 misdemeanor under Virginia Code 18.2-344, which is consensual sexual intercourse by married or single and unmarried individuals.
And Bernard using his tongue is also illegal too in Georgia.
What's it about?
Well,
Bernard using his tongue is illegal in Georgia too.
That's a great segue into Kanye West. Let's go.
We got one more video. We got one more video.
I'm hurting on you.
Julius, you got Julius sweating right now.
This is not Run Tell That. The opinions expressed by Jamal Torre is not the opinions of the Rabble. Let's get the pastors out the way because y'all know I always got something good for my pastors.
Oh boy.
So here you go, pastors.
Things the black church gonna get mad at me for saying, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Man, y'all check this out.
But let me tell you something. Don't have church services just to raise money. Worship should never be a fundraiser. If we need the money, ask for it. Don't call me out for a whole week of service because we need to pay bills. Don't call me out for a revival service because we want to get the pastor a car. If the pastor need a car, let's get together and make a down payment and give him the car. But a service needs to be about souls. Don't have a church service just because it's income tax time. And you got to pull up a whole bunch of prophets and hustlers called prophesying to get the money out of the people's pocket. The devil is a liar. You got to answer to God on the day of judgment. I said you got to stand before God for playing games with God's people. I'm just trying to find the lie. Where is the lie? I can't find the lie in none of what he just said. I'm just trying to find the lie. Listen, the Bible says don't be motivated by filthy lucre. Don't do things out of filthy lucre's sake. And y'all been having service here today, man. They starting to say things out loud that's been going on behind closed doors. They're starting to say things out loud that's been going on in secret. Yeah. Yeah. See, I can say it. I ain't a part of the crew. I'm not inside. Like some of them are inside. And I can look on the outside and say, whoo, that don't look right. Wait a minute, church. Hold on. No, you shouldn't be doing it. No, don't do it that way. Oh, there's some crooks in the pulpit. Oh, I can say it. But then that just be heard. He always talking. That be heard. Oh, yeah. But now, those that are in the inside, those that are part of the mix, God is starting to stir their spirits up and saying it's wrong. It's wrong. So you better say something. You better say something. You better say something. Oh, yeah. Hallelujah. Glory to God. That man ain't lied. He just telling us what's been going on for years. Having services just to raise money. Ain't nothing wrong with it because they've been doing this for years. And he just told you they have. He just told you they have. Doing it because it's tax time. Yeah, we can get some extra money. They got money now. So let's go on and have this service right at tax time. Oh, it's all planned. It's a plan. It's been a plan to get that filthy lucre out your hand. And remember this, and don't you ever forget it, church. God loves a cheerful giver. Don't give grudgingly. Don't give out of necessity. If you go into a church and they try to make you feel guilty and shame you into giving, don't you give. You better put it in your pocket and you better hold on to it tight. Don't you give that way. Amen. God bless you. I love you. If this video was a blessing to you,
hit the follow button, hit the share button. My name is Damon Redding. If you want me to speak on another video, inbox me and be heard, period. I'd love to hear from you. Until then, do good. Be good. Why? Well, because God made you good. In Jesus' name. Peace.
Hey.
Yeah, man.
Hey. Yep. Those, you know, hey, they starting to speak up because people like us have always kept the pressure on. You know, got to keep that pressure on to expose those that are taking advantage of the people and not doing nothing for the people, just worrying about themselves. That's what we talked about earlier. You can't be selfish in this world, especially when you're in a position of authority. You're in a position of authority is incumbent upon you to do right, to do good, to do right by the people that put you where you are, because you didn't get there by yourself. People got to stop thinking that it's all about them. I know a bunch of people like that right here in Chatham County who think that it's about them. We got 7, 8 municipalities here, and you got different other units of government, the school board, the city council, the county government. You got a bunch, both elections. So I'm talking about a lot of people. And then you got all these ministers of 1,200 churches we got in Chatham County. 1,200 churches. What the hell are we going to do with 1,200 churches? You know, it don't make no sense. I'd rather go to a church that's full with people that you can feel the spirit. I mean, but hey, if you ain't getting nothing out of that, then I understand. But you got some churches with 5 people in it every day. I don't know how I'm glad they done paid the church off, because the church done been there 100 years, because they would have been under bankruptcy or foreclosure. Anyway, that's it. Y'all know how I feel.
Yeah. And like we said last week, and just me. If I'm talking to you, and they say, I said, what you do for money? I'm Pastor Jones. I get the hell on. And I'm telling you, it was never like that. It was never, because I was raised up by Pastor Bernie Mitchell. So I'm telling you, I just stay away from them. I do, because everybody, they all say, oh, God called me to pray. God ain't called you to do shit. You know what I'm saying? Not all y'all, but some of y'all. I mean, come on. They took a good thing and turned it into a bad thing. And that's sad. I go to church every Sunday morning. I go brush my teeth. I sit in that chair. I pray. Amen. I had my little sermon. Hey, wherever I'm going to go when I leave here, that's up on me. I ain't going to go to church, get up, sitting in there 11 o'clock and that man talking and he going to take me straight to hell with him. Devil is a liar. Devil is a liar. Not me.
Sending Natalie around to get the tithes from
what else skirt on?
She passing with her white gloves. She passing the bucket.
White gloves too. Hey, man.
Hey, that ain't the worst part. They got King Jesus down there. King of West Savannah. He waiting on Natalie to bring it to the back room. He counting.
I know it. Jesus. His name is Jesus.
He counting.
Hey, him and Natalie Jesus.
Hey, Bernard, don't be short at one of these little churches. Well, they'll tell you, say, you ain't put enough in there. Y'all gonna rob God. Close them doors, lock them doors. Gotta get one more off. They pass the basket again.
Now y'all robbing us. Hey, why it had to be white gloves? All of them coming in with some white gloves.
Yeah, white gloves. Remember they had the white shoes on back then too. Was it nurses or something?
Man.
Some of them were.
Yeah. Hey, white man, the white man had John Deere, man, had on some white gloves with that money. And then what's so crazy, they had all these trays and they put all the money on one tray and simply empty one top of the money. Okay, I'm like,
The preacher called you in the bank when all you had was a 50, and you want to put 20 in. You trying to get 30 out of it. You know.
You better come with change.
You trying to get your money back, and they call you.
Don't bring big bills to the church.
Why you double dipping?
Yeah, talking about this for the billing fund. Man, we still pay for their bills, and that was 50 years ago.
So who got more kids, Elon or Nick Cannon?
They're running neck and neck.
Lord, who is reproducing with Elon Musk? Pray for that.
I know.
Jesus.
Donald Trump.
Sad.
Obviously, my daughter don't watch my show because she called me every damn Wednesday night. But she on every Friday night. She know what show that is, but she don't know that on Wednesday night I'm on and you calling me every Wednesday night. Why?
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to figure out. Somebody please ask her for me.
I know. You said that last week. She did the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You calling me on Wednesday? I'm doing a show.
Yeah.
You ought to
But
know
she
that.
don't call you on Friday. She don't call you on Friday.
No. She watched the other show on Friday. Anyway, now we can get into what did Kanye West do?
Oh.
Well, apparently he wanted to tell the world now that when he was a child, when he was a young teenager, well, I guess up to the age of 14, he would perform fellatio on his cousin.
I don't understand that. You have to.
He did what now?
He was doing like Bernard with his cousin.
Okay, but I'm trying to understand it a little bit better.
So the
you ain't telling us who the cousin is or nothing. You ain't telling us.
No, they didn't say who the cousin was.
No. You're still not telling me whether the cousin is a male or female or what.
If he gave his cousin fellatio,
I don't know what fellatio is.
That's what Bernard does. What
he give him a popsicle.
No, fellatio is what a woman does to a man.
Or what a man does to a man.
Or what a man does to a man.
That's why Kanye jaws like this?
Huh? Maybe so. I don't know. All I'm telling you is he tweeted it, and it's the lyrics in his new song, and he repeats in his lyrics multiple times over and over again that he gave his cousin some, and it's repeated several times.
Yeah.
He might be talking about his female cousin.
No. He said, let me go back.
Because the cousin experienced some criminal action tied to their thing that's tied to what he tried to throw out there about tied to pornography, Playboy magazines and stuff like that.
Well, he said he saw people.
Mm-hmm.
He said he saw it. The lyrics say, hanging with my cousin, reading dirty magazines. We seen some kissing with the word we're not gonna say. We ain't know what that bleep mean. Then we started reenacting everything that we had seen. That's when I gave my cousin. I gave my cousin. And then it goes into the refrain. I saw you outside again, just hanging out with your friends. And I know these about to judge me now. Started off when we were hanging out. Started off when we hang. Told my cousin not to tell nobody. Please, no, don't tell nobody. Please tell me to take it to my grave. Truth will set you free someday. I don't think they understand that I am not attracted to a man. They thought I was gay.
Yeah, it sounds like he just told us he was gay.
Correct. I don't really know what his end goal is with this song and this new bit of information he wanted to share with the world.
See the suckers about it, by it.
Kanye needed this.
I got him lying. He crazy any damn way.
He crazy. Who care what you do, dude? Shut up.
Why you telling us that?
What
value did that add to our life, Kanye?
Right.
Somebody said this, and I agree with them wholeheartedly. And I don't know if his mother had any siblings or anything like that. But where is his aunties? Where is his aunties or his big cousins who smack him in the head and say, sit down and shut up? Like, where are them people in his life? All of us got them family members who, if you came out the gate saying something like this, they would come and knock you upside your head. Where's his family? Like, what happened? Are they all gone?
Yeah. He something right. And at the end of the day, first of all, you married, and then you making some sound like that. First thing I said, okay, I'm packing I'm out of here. Who care what you do, dude? You are a sick ass man. You are. You need help. And at the end of it, sometimes less is best. Shut the hell up. I don't care what you did, who did it to you, and who you did it to. Period. Keep on doing it, dude. We don't care. I don't. Shut up.
Go give your cousin some more.
Go give your cousin some more. Or your brother, or whoever. Who care?
We don't care. We don't want to hear that mess up, Kanye.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
He'll be played on Hot 2000 Savannah, the clean version.
No, he won't.
Hey, I don't understand what Bernie Evans saying. I'm looking at it. I don't understand what it's. But come on, man. Ain't nobody want to hear all that shit from you, Kanye. Go some way and live, please.
Help me find my drawers. Help me find my cousin. Help me find my drawers and find my 5 wives. Help me find my drawers and my cousin, my 5 wives.
Just find them.
What is Bernie Evans saying?
I don't know.
Bernie's saying, accept that resegregation is a mistake. There was a time when all minorities marched arm in arm, black, gay, Jew, all of us. I only notice black people harassing others. Am I wrong?
Yes, you are wrong.
Using religion to do so is acting out against Jewish Jesus. Jewish Jesus, example, Jewish, you had all things relevant and changed to our black media. How does this help? Love you, brother, as you know.
Still has all things relevant.
Bernie.
He's confused.
Bernie, everything evolves. And we thought that we still have all things relevant. All things relevant is still relevant. We do political and business out of all things relevant. We put our whole media conglomerate under our black media. We have magazine, digital. We have our own Roku station. I don't know if you know anybody else in this region got one, their own Roku channel. We have our own Roku channel. We got 20 plus podcast shows. You're watching one of them now. We have our own radio station.
Everybody go.
Hot 2100 Savannah. And so this is what we do. So we put everything under that. It wasn't to, we just thought that was the best name that for what we're doing, what we brought. What we're bringing is information,
unapologetic and real.
Outspoken, unapologetic, and real. And we bring information to the African American community because mainstream media does not give us anything. And all they want to tell us about is a hurt. They spend more time on a dog getting hit on the road than they do on anything for our culture. They're not concerned with anything. So we figured we would bring that here. That's what we do at our black media. So that's what we do here.
Yeah.
In case you need an explanation. Jamal, why are you looking up? You wanted to say something down there? You looking all...
No. I was fine. I want to say something at the end, and Jim. No, I was fine with you saying. I just something I want to say at the end.
Okay, go ahead, Jamal. Bernard. 'Cause we got about 4 minutes.
Hey, you gave him a fact check. That's all. I ain't even. It's a fact check. So now he understand. And then what? Maybe last year we came to our media network. So we got 3 names. So it is what it is. Just keep on supporting us, bro. Matter of fact, come on the show.
Kanye and Shannon will get some help next week when the Rabble airs. Maybe they probably will be. We're gonna try to help them ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you talk about living conditions of blacks compared to whites? We talk about everything here. On all our shows, we try to bring out all the information that's relevant and that's uplifting to our people. We're not apologetic for anything. We do what we do here, and it's not anything that we try to exclude. We don't hide anything here. We're not racist. Everybody knows that. What we do is we try to uplift our community through what we do, and that's what we do. And nobody can't. We don't fault anybody for loving your own, and nobody should fault anybody else for loving their own. And
not
loving
at the expense of others.
Yeah, at the expense of others. And I love everybody. That's just who I am. But I understand that I have a duty to my community. I know who I am.
Right. I tell people, man, they need to stop taking things out of character at the end of the day. Stop making something that ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Our show is our Black Media Network, and we love everybody. So if you taking it the wrong way, that's you. They ain't got nothing to do with us.
But Bernie, pretty good dude.
Yeah. Bernie need to come on the show and
Bernie
explain.
been watching us. Bernie been watching us
love Bernie.
Since the first day we came on back in 2019. Bernie's from Savannah.
And we love Bernie.
Yeah, live in Carolina or something now, I think. But Bernie's a good, usually, good people who watch our show. Jamal, you wanted to say something before we go?
Yeah. And this I had to do it because I may not be on every Sports Reporters tomorrow because of some things going on. But I'm saying this is because of Shannon and Bernard. This right here.
I wasn't even gonna say nothing, God. I was just gonna let you know that every day I fight for my spot up there.
And y'all wonder who the devil and who the angel out of us two. They wonder who the devil and who the angel.
You should go find Shonda at Bible study.
Jordan's made me do that. Jordan's made me do that.
Y'all wonder. Y'all be wondering. Y'all think that he the angel? He ain't the angel. I'm the angel. Yeah, there's a wealth gap that needs to be closed, Marvin. And Marvin, you're free to come on the show and be a guest host anytime you want. We'll welcome you on. We come on every Wednesday, 8 o'clock Eastern time to 10 o'clock Eastern time. And we're out of here right now because we got to go and I got to get up early in the morning. And Jamal, we might have to run a rerun because I'll be coming back from
Statesboro.
No, the island down near Brunswick. I gotta go down there in the morning.
Are you going to Sea Island?
Yeah.
Oh.
So we'll be back.
Oh, he exclusive right now. Wow.
Hey, boy, you better start hollering like that. You better start.
There with Burkina Faso.
Hey, we got to go. Y'all.
like this.